Hello there, people on the social medias of the world, the trainers, the presenters, the workshop facilitators that really want to take their results to the next level. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about the idea of the two core questions that will really make all of the difference in your delivery, right? And those two core questions are essentially, number one, how do you make your content as memorable as possible? Because we need to appreciate that the brain, the function of your listener, or the brain, what it's actually wired to do, is to delete, distort, and get rid of information it doesn't need, right? So you need to be thinking about how can you position your information in the most memorable ways possible. And when you start to look at that, you will start to speak differently, think differently, and you'll start to appreciate like how the brain is actually wired to fight against learning, all right? So I really want to encourage anyone and everyone that's watching this video, start to look into the area of memory retention and how do you make things memorable. Second core question that's really driven me in my career has always been the question of, how can you help people learn even faster? Because when you look into accelerated learning or topics like speed learning or all these different topics, you start to then see what else is possible and how people can acquire new skills even faster, right? But when you don't look into these two areas, you get stuck into the mundane of, show the PowerPoint, click, 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 click. And you have a perception that everybody is just a genius in your room and they're remembering everything you're showing on the slide and they're just going to instantly pick up the skills, right? So I just want to encourage anybody that's in the training space, really start to think about memory retention and speed of learning, because that's where it's at, right? And when you get into these areas, all these tools and tactics open up that you hadn't even considered before, right? And I'll definitely be going through these in my 2-day workshop that's coming up in July. Workshop Facilitation Mastery, be going into it. Love these two topics. But for me, the only difference between me and another trainer out there is I've just been willing to dive deep into the answers to those two questions. How do I make it memorable? And how do I help people learn even faster? And that's also been driven, by strategies I've had to learn myself as I struggled to learn in school, but also when I've looked at other things like English as a second language teaching. When I did that for many years, and I started to see how quickly I could help people learn language and learn different skills. And when I looked at the world of NLP, when I looked at the world of accelerated learning, right? All these different modalities that we know we should be looking at, but we just don't, right? So a lot of great stuff out there. So on that note, folks, highly encourage you to check out those two areas of accelerated learning and essentially making your content as memorable as possible. What else did I want to say? I think that was it. But yeah, have those ideas in your mind and start to think about how else could you present the information? How else can you get people actively involved in the learning process? I do talk about it a little bit in my book. The book is essentially talking about creating transformation and what it takes to do that within workshops. So anyway, hopefully you got some value from the video. As always, like, comment, share. Let's get the message out there and hope you have an amazing week or whatever you're up to. Thanks, team. Bye.